Hi, I'm Heather Thornburg. I'm the Chief Program Officer with Amirah. And today I want to talk to you about the stories that we see. Many times we have the privilege of sharing with you the stories of success, the woman that makes it through the program. But there are other stories as well, and these stories are just as human and just as important. I'd like to tell you about Kira. I remember the first time I met Kira, she was in the hospital, and I went to interview her for her possible entry into the program. I remember that day because she was a bright light. She was engaging, articulate. She connected with me and I with her in a way that isn't always the case. I could tell how sincere she was. She wanted very much the opportunity to come to Amirah, and so we gave it to her. We were happy to have her. But after she arrived, we quickly began to see that there were some things that were operating for her that were real struggles. First of all, her substance use was very strong. It drove her, and she fought it, but it was difficult. In addition to that, she'd been in the hospital for an infection that had been caused by homelessness and substance use. And while we thought that she was really on the mend, we discovered that this led to some serious medical issues that were challenging for her and for us. We spent a lot of time talking to doctors and going to appointments, and it was draining for everyone involved, her included. She also, as we discovered, dealt with some significant mental health concerns. You could see the anxiety begin to rise up in her as she struggled with her medications and going to the doctor and the way that she was feeling, and even the relationships in the home. And as we went through this process with her, we began to realize that we were not fully equipped to be able to help her in the way that she truly needed. But we all kept trying. As a result of the challenges that Kira faced on a daily basis, she ultimately had a relapse while she was with us. And even though that was challenging, we stuck it out with her. She had to go to another treatment facility for a short period of time in order to get things back on the right track, and then she returned to us. We continued to work with Kira, but it grew harder and harder as her struggles grew bigger and bigger for her. One of the things that we could see is that she was beginning to question her ability to stick it out. And ultimately, about 6 months into her program, she made the heartbreaking decision that she had to leave. And I remember the day that I was driving her to the train station. And she looked at me and she said, "Heather, I know I should stay, but I just can't." And I knew that she was being honest in that moment. One of the things that we have had to learn as we have worked with women at Amirah is that not everybody is ready for what we can provide, what we offer, and not everybody is ready to do the hard work of recovery. Out of this experience, we decided to give a new portion of our program a try, and the 30-day program was developed. This is a program that a woman can come into even if she's uncertain about whether she's ready for trauma recovery or not. She can come and she can try and she can see and she can experience what we offer at Amirah, and staff can determine if we have the ability to meet all of her needs. Remember, Kira had several things that she was struggling with: substance use, anxiety, other mental health concerns, as well as her physical medical conditions. So the 30-day program gives us an opportunity to see if we are able to meet the needs that a woman has when she comes to us, and a woman can determine if she is ready to do the work of trauma recovery. If she decides that she's just not ready, she has the freedom and the ability to graduate from our 30-day program, which is a tremendous success, and she can go away with a bag full of new tools that she can use in her road to recovery. The thing I want you to remember is that at Amirah, the work that we do is a daily work. While our hope and our prayer is that a woman will go through the program and ultimately graduate, we know that the reality is that many of the women that we see and work with and love are not going to be able to stay for the entirety of the program. We're grateful for the work that they are able to put in, because every day is a victory. The 6 months that Kira had at Amirah is something that will never leave her. We know this. It's hard, but we do the work for the daily experience and the daily victory. For the staff and volunteers that work with the women at Amirah, our desire is to be a holding environment, a place where a woman can come, she can be who she needs to be, she can rise each day and make a choice to stay or to go, to work or to take a break. Our job is to stand with her and support her and emphasize the ultimate value that she has as a human being, regardless of her choice and regardless of her ability in the moment. Our desire is that every woman that walks through the door of Amirah leaves at whatever point she chooses, but leaves with the valuable gift of knowing she's loved. Thank you.